A few questions about what Trump has done in his 6 months. Have non-U.S. citizens lost privacy rights? I say yes, but also no. Why no? Because even though his January executive order said privacy rights don't protect non-citizens, the order instructed federal agencies, quote, ensure that agency privacy policies exclude persons who are not U.S. citizens from the protection of the Privacy Act to the extent consistent with applicable law. What he should have said is, it doesn't do a very good job right now of protecting non-citizens, and guess what? It won't in the future. That would have been more accurate. Instead, there was a lot of concern, a lot of panic on both sides of the Atlantic. Snowden tweeted, that's the end of the Privacy Shield. But it's the Privacy Act, government agency record systems of records, to use their term, only are regulated. And it really has been right from the get-go U.S. citizen-oriented. Now, the Judicial Redress Act, enacted a few years ago, does attempt to extend Privacy Act remedies to non-U.S. citizens, but that isn't touched, obviously, by even a Donald Trump executive order. The culture has changed, though. The thought is, in the Obama administration, we're going to have one approach to privacy around the world, and it's going to be robust. That's no longer the approach of the U.S. Hopefully, in the future, it will be. So what about Privacy Shield? I think it's going to be okay. Trump did not touch Privacy Directive number 28, which really provides the legal basis for entering into both Safe Harbor and now Privacy Shield. Now, it's really up to the EU, isn't it? And I think it's fair to say that the EU has a low threshold for being worried, maybe rightly so, about the U.S. and this administration. Vera Jourova, is that how you pronounce that? Has been obviously one of the leaders in formulating the Privacy Shield. She'll be Jourova.
As far as I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
European Commission.
Yeah. I was worried about just pronouncing her name, never mind the title. But,
well, I think
but I got it, thank you. I like it, thank you. So she is going to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Stuart, much involved in the Article 29 review.
Well, she won't be directly involved, but we'll come on to that later.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 2 here. I'm going to go quickly through this particular slide, guys. There are about 2,000 U.S. companies that are participating. And actually, Wilbur Ross, who's the Secretary of Commerce in the Trump administration, has been quite supportive of Privacy Shield, in part because as the, I guess the slide, I left that out, didn't I? Okay, well, there's about $260 billion in trade, just in the technology sector at stake. So I think we can count on U.S. industry to be strong supporters. And just last week, I was at the FTC, and the FTC is the enforcement arm for Privacy Shield. And one of my former partners is now head of the Bureau of Consumer Protection there. He told me that next week the Trump administration will announce a new advisory group, industry advisory group, to support and sort of be the cheerleaders for Privacy Shield. That's a good thing. And you know, the alternatives are not attractive. Binding codes only work for, as you guys know, for the big multinationals. Standard contractual clauses are also under attack. The GDPR may make a difference, and there's been a lot of talk, as you guys know, and I know we're going to get into GDPR, about privacy seals and codes of conduct. You can always sort of just go naked with derogations, but when my clients tell me that's what they're going to do, it scares the hell out of me. So we'll have to see what happens. But if I had to guess, I'm optimistic.